just talking about anime. Yes, it's important to hear what they say. Are you ever wiping throughout night and day? Now that you listen to the Rant Cafe.
Yo! What is happening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and others? We are in this wonderful episode today of the Rant Cafe, and we have a wonderful guest for the first time, the legendary AI Candi, also known as Goth Ozzy. Welcome.
Hello, I'm Candi, as previously described on the label. I'm happy to be here, not being held against my will.
Yes, yeah. that is in the script. Good job. Also, we have Anime from Anime Uproar, who's kind of okay sometimes.
Yes, this is the best intro you've given me in months. Thank you, Nog.
It really
and
has.
We also have Briggs from Briggs ADA, also a pivotal member of Nux and Briggs.
Nux and Briggs! I am half of Nux and Briggs, it's true. What up, boys?
I'd say more like a quarter, but, you know, whatever.
Sure.
Who's counting, right?
So how about Quebec, guys, eh?
Right, so we've come to the conclusion that Quebec is sometimes okay. Candi, what's your favorite anime? Let's start things strong. Your favorite anime of all time. Shoot.
I really like Fruits Basket, the original one, and also Oran High, but and also I guess the reboot of Fruits Basket, but I told you this earlier, I have very basic taste in anime. I'm very uncultured. I haven't watched that much of it.
To be fair,
yeah.
This basic would be a compliment to Oran Host Club, so, you know. Let's work our way up to basic after what you just said.
From what I hear, Oran High School Host Club isn't really all that basic, right? Although Fruits Basket, I've heard fantastic things about.
Like
Oran High School Host Club, probably not. It's not the anime you recommend to your friend who's never watched anime before.
Well,
I mean, it's a safe bet.
I know nothing about it.
It depends what you like, though. Like, if you like slice of life type stuff, like I don't know. I just
I don't know. My favorite slice of life anime is
what? Mob Psycho.
Mob Psycho.
Yeah, I know you too well. It's not even slice of life. It's not.
It's the best slice of life anime.
It's not slice of life.
It is though.
No, it isn't. But let me tell you about my experience with Oran Host Club. So back when I first got into anime, I was watching like the highest ranked anime on Mal or whatever site was at the time popular. I don't remember. And I was like loving all of them. You know, Code Geass, Gurren Lagann, Full Metal Alchemist. You know, just Death Note. Just hit after hit, and then one of the highest ones was Oran Host Club, so I was like, yes, this is gonna be great.
And then it blew them all out of the water. It was so much better than everything else.
It was just literally the best thing he's ever seen.
I was like, yeah, I don't want to end it all after watching that twin cest scene. Definitely not.
Yeah, it was, well, I mean, my problem, I don't know, but like because I grew up, I think I'm like one generation back in terms of a lot of the current anime. Like, I tried watching like My Hero Academia, but I can't do like I don't want to say the wrong word, like shonen, like the younger audience, like fight-based animes. I just find them I find it difficult to watch them because I'm like, they have a lot of narrating themselves powering up for an attack for 4 episodes and then having a flashback and then narrating more stuff, and I'm like, okay.
How dare you say that about Hunter x Hunter's Alice Invasion arc?
I mean, I've been told so many times to watch Hunter x Hunter, but I don't know if I.
It's so good.
Well, like, there's so many things.
If she doesn't like narration, bro.
That's true.
As no narrator, that's one of the upsides of Hunter x Hunter. That there's literally no one narrating for most of it.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly you're not the target audience for a lot of the shonen, and at the same time, they do get repetitive for sure.
I disagree. I think shonen targets Australian Aussie goth girls from Australia. Definitely.
Well, yeah, bro. Look at Brooke from One Piece.
Yeah,
I remember.
He's definitely Aussie. Yeah, I mean, he looks
and
it.
a goth girl. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, a goth girl.
I do remember watching like Black Lagoon, which I really liked.
Oh, Black Lagoon's top tier.
Yeah,
because I got it for like $5 at like an anime convention in my area. Like when I was like 16, I was like, wow, that's really hot. Because I think it was Rebecca, the chick with the guns.
Bro, that was definitely right up your alley. Like, bro, they're not afraid to swear in this anime.
Yeah.
No, it's great. I actually just rewatched it. It was really good.
It's actually really good.
Very much.
Yeah.
And fun fact, $5 in Australian dollars is like 20 cents, so that's a really good deal.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
true.
It was practically free.
God,
You see, $5 in Australian dollars, it's negative $10 American.
Because
They
They
pay
pay-
you money.
wait,
They
They pay you the money.
because they're upside
Yeah.
down, right?
Yeah.
Yep, because we're upside down. That's definitely
That's
it.
that's what it's all about.
Man, I love being
True story.
upside down and also fighting kangaroos daily, man.
No,
Yeah, that's what you do. I mean, look, it's pretty
Crikey.
cool. It's not like it's not like you ride polar bears to school like Canadians.
Yeah, you
But
know why
it's pretty
I
good.
think it's okay to, diss Aussies a bit? You guys
Go
have
for
good
it.
weather all year round. Here in the Great Lakes region of Canada, we got insane snow, insane humidity. We have everything that sucks. So give us something, guys.
Yeah, no, that's why Australia is like, because we've got really nice beaches and everything's really chill and the free healthcare and like I don't know. Generally it's pretty decent. We can drink our water like from our taps, which apparently
mean-
is a rare thing in some places.
I mean, this might not be the right setting to say this, but normally Australians seem like really nice people too.
Yeah, true.
What do you mean this isn't the circumstance to say it?
What do you mean? I didn't say that. Did you hear me say that? I didn't say that.
But
You
yeah,
be, how
Australia-
dare you say Great Lakes isn't that bad? It's the extreme of everything. Extreme humidity, extreme snow, extreme cold. Like you can have -40 in the winter and +40 in the summer in one place.
Yeah, there's
And
not
that's-
too
Yeah.
many places that have that variety.
We get like we had 40 up to 48 degrees Celsius and then down to like -9, I think was like the worst. So it's similar in terms of the great opposites, but no snow. So
What part of Australia are you in?
trying to dox me? All
Yeah.
right. I'm from Victoria, like the lower part.
Oh, okay,
So
so like
sweet. That part that no one
where
ever
everyone
heard
else
was
is
huge.
from, right? Like
yeah,
the
not
populous.
Sydney and yeah.
Yeah, where
like
people
said-
live.
Yeah. Yeah,
Whoa.
because there's like
Dude,
I'm
that's
not in a
crazy.
country town. Yeah.
I also live where people live.
Ah.
No, we have so much in common. This is great.
Twins.
Wow.
There's sometimes a day and there's also a nighttime. Like there's like cycles of time.
Oh,
Yeah, but
bro,
it's
you
like
guys
the
got that?
opposite.
I
You
heard.
Yeah.
I heard in
This time
Norway
it's
they don't
actually
have
opposite.
night for like 4 months of the year. They don't even have night. In
Yeah,
Norway.
but guess what, Animac? She's not from Norway. Crazy.
Oh, I'm not. Am I not?
I mean, they do say Australia is just like a subsection of Norway.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what everyone says. They're like, yeah,
That's why there's
Norway,
that's why
Australia.
there's so many Vikings in Australia.
I mean,
Yo, that is historically accurate. I'm not gonna argue.
There we go. And we've come full circle. Wonderful.
thank you, Nux, for teaching me about how Australia is part of Norway.
That's how Australia
learned-
came
I've
to
learned
be.
so
A lot
much.
of people think it's like a prison thing from like England, but no. They're just like it's a Viking colony. That's what people are unaware of.
This makes a lot of sense. I have seen a lot of Vikings in my area, disproportionate to my expectations.
Exactly. That's why a lot of Australians worship the Norse gods like Zeus.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. I thought that was weird, but
Gotta love those Norse gods.
Especially like,
Iron Man.
Zeus. Iron Man, dude. He's one of my favorite Norse gods.
Amun
True.
Ra and
Yeah, dude. Anubis, the Norse god of the underworld.
Hmm.
yo,
True.
Australia is the underworld, bro. So Anubis is like the patron.
Oh my god,
guy
that's
of-
true.
Man, I love the conspiracy side of the internet, where just if you keep talking long enough in the straight line, eventually you can logic it through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but
that's
it's also
like the whole
true,
thing.
man.
Australia doesn't really exist thing. It's all just New Zealand.
True.
How can the Earth be
Is that
round?
not
Real.
real?
How can the
That's
Earth
not
be
real.
round if Australia is not upside down? I don't get it.
Dude, society is so cringe. Anyway, back to
Anime.
Australia.
Yeah, what even is this podcast, bro?
I love this podcast now.
Well,
Honestly,
we've just become like this weird geography roasting.
It's like Quebec bad, Australia good.
Norway?
South Africa?
Norway? Question mark. Well, geography
God,
is everything.
Wait, no.
Yo, any of you in chat have any Norwegian YouTubers you want us to like collab with? Definitely let us know.
Okay,
Yeah.
back to anime. Is there any anime you've been watching recently that you've enjoyed? I know, like, you haven't watched a ton, right?
So sorry. Usually, so I tend to start watching shows, but then I kind of lose track, like momentum with them a lot. Like I watched the first season, I think, of ReZero, and then I just like fell off from watching it just because I tend to find like I can't watch things on the side. I have to like actively sit and make eye contact with it. And I usually find like dubs. I mean, I don't really care, like subs, dubs, whatever you prefer to, like whatever gets you through the show. But it's just very rare that I can sit down and watch stuff. But I've watched, I think it's Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun and also Toradora are 2 shows that I've been like working through.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's either slice of life, like romance type stuff, or I want death and war. I started watching Attack on Titan as well, and that's
I was
another
gonna
show
say Death and War. Let me know what your picks from that, because I've totally
Yeah.
watched all those other anime.
Yeah, like there's just a lot that like I consciously am like, it would be good for me to watch this because it would develop my ability to like have conversations with people in the VTuber space. But I don't know. I don't know why. I just find it difficult to sit down and watch.
That's like the most anti-meta thing I've ever heard. Imagine watching anime to make friends.
Wow.
Like, that is literally the whole world going full circle.
Anime has come so far.
It really has. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
yeah.
that's the thing. I feel like to be a VTuber, you kind of have to have seen certain amounts of anime. And
No,
it's
you
just
just gonna
there's like
make cute noises, bro. Come on.
there's an exam, bro. Like there's an actual test. You have to.
Yeah.
It's like, have you seen Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood? No, you can't be a VTuber. You can't do it. Like you can't
It's
get
true.
partnered on Twitch.
It's true.
I've seen it.
I'm like 1 inch away from losing my partnership because I'm not like I haven't watched enough anime.
You're on thin ice.
I'm
Anime.
a
It's
man.
actually, it's actually pronounced a meme.
Meme. God. Yeah, it's so funny though, because like I grew up adjacent to a lot of anime. Like I was really into Kingdom Hearts. Like I was adjacent to a lot of anime, like media, but I didn't really watch it myself. But my friends would be really into it, so they'd tell me about it or like talk to me. Like there was this TV show. There was like one anime that was TV show. There was an anime that about like a teacher who would he was like super depressed, and the whole show was that he was like he did not value his life enough. I'll say.
But was he a great teacher?
I don't know if he was a great teacher. I think it was just like it was a kind of like a tragedy slapstick dark comedy, right? But like my friend was telling me about it, so like I feel like I know of that show. So if someone mentioned it to me, I would recognize it. But I can't be like, I don't want to lie and be like, oh yeah, I've totally seen that, because like you ask me any question, I'll be like, oh I don't know anything about that. So I need to watch anime. So I can be smart.
What got you into VTubing? Because I think a lot of people got into VTubing through anime, because you're basically a waifu now.
I feel like I'm like the anti-waifu. I feel like I'm the most inhospitable waifu.
You gotta
People don't
realize
care.
people don't give
I
a
would think-
fuck.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
anti-waifu
However,
is still waifu. Just think about all the chicks that are like in anime characters.
You know
like, they're
Gasai.
terrible people.
You
Yeah,
know Gasai.
Yuno or Mommy from Rent a Girlfriend, or what's her name from Chainsaw Man?
Makima.
Yeah, so these women, you know, realistically, people would stay away from them in the real world, but in the internet world of anime fans, they're top tier waifus.
Think about it this way: if someone wants to get stepped on by a waifu, whose stream are they gonna watch? Yours
Yours,
or
Nux.
XQC's?
Yeah.
The answer is simple.
Is it still just yours, Nux? Your stream to get
I mean,
stepped
they
on?
would watch my stream. That is correct. But I only step on my tier 3 subs. Okay.
Yeah.
Known fact.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
Value your soul, you know, of your foot.
True.
I actually got into VTubing because of Project Melody, because I found her when she first debuted, and I was like, wow, you can make content and like be a V. Because originally it was a Kizuna AI, like she was doing videos, and I was like, oh, that's a smart thing to do, like playing videos and video games and using an avatar. But it didn't really seem like something that was achievable by people independently. But I first saw Mel, and I was like, oh, like she's just using I started researching from her, and then I found Natsume Moe, and then I just made an avatar on Vroid in like one night, and then I made like 5 YouTube videos, and then I started streaming on Twitch in like the span of 3 days.
Oh my
that's
god,
freaking
that's
awesome.
unbelievable.
I would just my first avatar though, I could get it out and show you right now.
I say
but,
that like I didn't know that, by the way. Did you like that reaction? That was like,
Yeah,
I
it
never
was
heard
very
that story
convincing.
before. Like that way the audience will think I'm hearing this for the first time.
Did
for, like,
you hear it for the first time yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, actually it was today. It was 2 a.m. So it was technically today.
Yeah. While you were narrating your thumbnail process to me.
True.
I literally, had kind of similar experiences with you in terms of discovering VTubing, because I remember Kizuna AI Kizuna AI from like 2016, and before before that I think there was some Vocaloid type hologram stuff that people were into. But yeah, Kizuna was the first, and then Melody kind of became like a huge deal. It was, you know, in news stories and trending and all this kind of stuff because of her spicy side, obviously. But so that's Mel was also my first experience with like a traditional VTuber, especially someone independent and not like, you know, a Japanese company doing it or whatever.
Anime, did you know that I means love in Chinese?
I think it means blue in Japanese. But also, Aishateru means I love you in Japanese, so it must be related.
I means love.
I means love in Chinese. I know what I'm saying because what's his name? Jack Ma was telling Jack Ma. He's the richest man in China. I think he started Alibaba, right?
Yes.
He was telling this is the greatest interview of all time. He had like a thing with Elon Musk, and the whole conference, Elon Musk is just looking at him like he's a complete bumbling moron. Like someone would ask Elon Musk, do you think that AI is an actual worry for the future? And Elon's about to answer, and Jack Ma just says, actually, I means love in Chinese, so there's nothing really to worry about.
That makes perfect sense.
Elon Musk just looks at him like he's a complete moron. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
No.
Oh my God.
So people are saying that in both languages, Chinese and Japanese, it means love, and that makes sense because a lot of the Japanese language was heavily influenced by Chinese, especially the traditional lettering, you know, what you call it. I forget now, but like the more complex calligraphy type lettering was imported from China.
Dude,
I guess kanji is what it's called. Man, I need to brush up on my weebness.
I was gonna say there's like kanji, there's like katakana.
I need to get more weeb. Like, you know, I'm supposed to act like Japanese my native language, even though clearly it isn't.
Dude. Please don't.
Just commit. Just commit.
No. Don't give him any.
Let him
Don't
make
give
his
him
choice.
that.
No.
Nux.
You're trying so hard to make him more normal.
Don't make me nani you again, bro.
Okay.
Please
I
no.
don't even know how I
no.
can deal with another Nani, actually.
I couldn't. I'd have to end the podcast.
Yo, Briggs, you want to start a new podcast? Me, you, and Candi.
Yo, do you guys know what Aizen actually means?
What?
It
dude?
means
Tell us.
love plumber.
Let's go.
Wait, what?
Thank
oh
you
my!
for that.
I feel like I'm like 10 steps behind in the conversation. What's the context of Aizen? Why would you?
There is no context. This is anime humor. There is just no context.
There is a context, but it's very like convoluted.
It is. Animac has a theory that Aizen, the main bad guy of Bleach, is the third Mario brother. Plumbers. That's the context. Do you feel better knowing that now? Like...
No, because I just remembered that the only thing I know about Bleach is that I thought Ichigo was hot. That was pretty much my entire experience with that.
I mean, to be fair, that's basically more than you need to know about Bleach.
The problem that I have with a lot of anime is I like the concept of the world, but I don't necessarily like the plot and the story itself, like how it flows. Like I like the setting of like Bleach, like the spirits and the like that part I really liked. But I don't know if the specific moment-to-moment character interactions like didn't really keep me going with it.
Well, for me, my favorite part of Bleach was the moment-to-moment character interactions.
Wow. All right. Way to be contrarian.
I'm really not the contrarian. Bleach is like a really popular thingo.
Okay. No, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying I just remember that I really liked the world of it, but I really don't remember anything about it specifically. Like, Absolute Boyfriend. Sorry, I just had remembered. Absolute Boyfriend is like one of my favorite mangas that I've read.
Absolute Boyfriend?
Yeah, it's about a girl who orders like it's one of those ones where it's like, oh, I'm lonely, so I'm gonna order like a boyfriend online, but it's like a robot, and then he arrives, and through the comic he like develops sentience, and then it's about
I've seen something like that, except the robot was a female, and it had
you've seen powers. The one you've seen is what is it called? Chibits?
Plastic Memories? Oh, that's Chobits. Yeah.
I've seen Chobits and Plastic Memories.
Chibits is Chibi's fan base.
Did you say Chibits instead of Chobits?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
That is absolutely
because her name is Chi, right? Isn't it? So
yeah, it is Chi.
That's where it came from.
I like Chobits, although it is a little bit some of the parts of it perhaps are a bit strange, like how he turns her on.
So pretty much Rent a Boyfriend, but robot that becomes sentient.
I haven't seen Rent a Boyfriend, but yeah, probably something to that
Well,
effect.
you probably
Like,
haven't seen it because it doesn't exist.
Doesn't
That might
exist.
be part of it.
So
Yeah.
the show I was talking about is Rent a Girlfriend.
Rent a Girlfriend. Oh, okay, then. Unless I make
Have
my
any of
own.
you
It's
seen
nothing like
Squid
that,
Game?
but yes.
Animac, you like your Korean dramas. Have you seen Squid Game?
Yeah, I did.
You already watched it? It literally just came out.
I watched
tweeted
all of it as
about
well.
I tweeted about it like a week ago saying
Yeah, but
loved
I
it.
have you muted on Twitter ever since the plumber tweets.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair.
I mean, it is cultural appropriation that they're gonna fucking have Mario and Luigi not voiced by fucking Japanese, Italian plumbers.
Yeah, I agree, man. You can't do that. Imagine.
I expect
No, I love
half
Squid
Japanese,
Game. I don't know.
half Italian plumbers.
Are you asking all of us or are you asking Candi?
I was asking all of you
Oh, okay.
because I just started it.
No, I loved it overall. I don't want to spoil anything for you. There are some bits that were kind of not perfect, but overall I thought it was great.
Because I know that you're gonna disagree with me on this point. I have a hard time with Korean acting, man. I have a really hard time
With Korean what?
acting.
Well, it's just like Japanese. It's a bit over the top.
That
Kind
over
of.
the top, like that pseudo realism that like hits me whenever I see Korean acting. It just like it's really hard.
Well, you must not watch a lot of Japanese then.
No, I have a hard time with that too.
Yeah, even like the live action Japanese films, like they're just like I don't know, because they're real people. Like even like the Death Note one, which is actually pretty decent. It's like having Light and L like look at each other and like you got the gasps and the facial expressions and the fucking sound effects and like it's like them walking right up to like the person's face and stuff is like it's a little much.
Bro.
Yeah,
you got-
I mean it's just like how the stock cultures and styles have developed.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's probably if you were like from like Japan or Korea watching American movies, there's probably like a way like they're like
dude seems
5%.
so dead.
Yeah, like I don't.
That's what they would
It's
think.
They
yeah.
have-
There's like
dude,
a
they don't even know how to act. You can't even like
yeah. I
Yeah,
can't-
no,
yeah, like
for sure. It's just a culture shock thing.
Yeah, it definitely is.
yeah.
I mean,
I-
would you
I-
recommend Squid Game? Sorry, my bad.
Oh, I would just say so I think that Squid Game, based on what I've seen of it, I think that it is what the show is at the moment is establishing what the game is, and I think it sets up for playing with that in future. So it's kind of like Hunger Games, how the first Hunger Games movie was like okay, or the first book or whatever was like okay, like yeah, you set up the idea of it, but then the second book was like a subversion of all the
Yeah, and then the
elements
third
they
book was
set
just
up.
really bad.
Then the everything after that's a mess, yeah. But
Yeah,
like
right.
the second
Good
movie could only
analogy.
happen because the first one happened. Yeah. So I think that
That's
the
fair.
first season, because the first season, a lot of people have said it's like predictable, but I think that's why, because like yeah.
I mean, I found it pretty predictable.
Yeah.
so
So
far.
the cool
Not-
thing about Squid Game, and I would definitely compare it to Alice in Borderland, and someone in
Yeah,
chat mentioned that.
same, as would I. That's
I
a
think
valid
it's
comparison.
a fascinating premise. Along the way, there are some like WTF moments, like why would you do this? It doesn't quite make sense. But overall, I think it's highly entertaining. And the way Squid Game sets up like this death game, but it's like a game for money and it's voluntary, so
Yeah.
people are given the
Animac,
chance
have you
to
seen
leave
Ultimate
if they don't want.
Survivor Kaiji?
I have not, but I've heard good things.
Honestly, it's really
So
good.
Ultimate Survivor Kaiji is just a better version of Squid Game.
That's so sad.
Yeah, I do want to watch it. I've heard
It
really good
literally
things.
is superior in every way. All the
It-
characters are better, and like the games are much more fun. I don't know.
Oh, That's the one about like the plumbers who fight each other for survival. Yes.
No, that's Mario
No,
and Luigi.
that's Bleach, dude. That's Bleach.
You guys talk about you guys talk about plumbers like a disproportionate amount, I think.
I think
Well,
it's
I
an
mean,
industry that is
You don't
really
understand.
underrated.
If streaming doesn't end up working out, plumbing is the next best option.
Honestly, I
Yeah.
probably would have ended up in plumbing. Like that's like backup plan. My entire family, they're all
Honestly,
plumbers.
a lot of.
Oh my
you know,
god, you're literally like Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, pretty.
Are you Italian?
But I'm the
A
Isaac.
lot
bro.
of
Make
streaming
us
girls.
each.
A lot of streaming girls would do great as plumbers. You know the whole plumber thing with the ass crack showing. I feel like, a lot of these girls are already there, and it's just the
Why, Animac? Why?
full plumber.
Animac.
Full plumber, bro.
Anime just
I'm Wario.
Thank you. That was good. That was good. Appreciate the input.
Oh, Adamak, Bruno's a plumber. I didn't even tell you that.
Is
No
he?
way!
Yeah, he is.
Oh my god! I knew he was a Chad before this, but wow.
Wait, who's a Chad?
Briggs' friend
Briggs'
in real life.
Bruno.
Is Bruno a plumber?
He is a
Like,
plumber.
Yes!
Okay, cool. All right, I'm keeping up. I'm keeping up.
Alright, we're learning new things today.
Andy's
So,
gonna think we're so
Andy,
weird.
What do you,
No.
because obviously anime is not like your thing per se, which is totally cool. Sort of. What is your thing?
I don't know.
You don't have a thing?
You don't have a thing?
I don't know. I guess like I like just animated like cartoons and things in general, but I guess I grew up like
Rick
watching
and
a lot more.
Morty!
Like, I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
you
Rick and
watch
Morty.
Yeah!
Rick and Morty,
Oh.
like BoJack, like Daria.
Yes!
Like
Oh my
I like
God.
a lot of Western
Anime.
animation. Clone High as well. I was like,
I
one of my
never
favorite
heard
shows.
that one.
Oh,
Anime,
I like.
We're replacing
Clone High
you.
back in the
We're
day.
replacing you.
Wait, who are replacing?
Anime.
Anime.
We're replacing
Ah,
anime.
okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like I really like creating stuff more than like watching stuff. But I think watching things is also still important, like taking in media.
Yes.
But like I like telling stories and I like making comics and writing and things like that. So I just, yeah, I need to get better at consuming media though, because if I find something too predictable, or if I can see where like if their foreshadowing is like very heavy-handed, I can't get invested in the media because I'm like, oh, this happens, and this happens, and then 9 times out of 10 it plays out exactly like how I expect it to, and I'm like, I don't know,
Yeah.
it feels like a waste of time.
If
If it's
only
like- if
more
nothing is
shows were
interest.
like Sussy Among Us at 3 a.m.,
Then I would watch, yeah.
right?
Yeah, like I speed run the first season of Outlander, which is like a live action show. But then
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it, but I think my mom has seen it. So
yeah, it kind of
Right,
this has
remake.
vibes as like Game of Thrones. I couldn't get into Game of Thrones.
What?
I don't know. What? I didn't
Now
like Game
I'll
of
watch
Thrones.
it. Hold up. I love Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. Outlander is like Game of Thrones with like a little less magic, but it's also very very
There's
like
not a lot of magic in Game of Thrones.
dark.
There's not a
but
lot
is
of
it
anything in Game of
Outlander
Thrones.
more like a romance?
Yeah, I guess, but like it's very dark. It's
Like
very
a time
dark.
traveling romance is what I think of when I think of Outlander.
Yeah, there's just a lot of death and like gore and like
Oh, hell
violence.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's gore and violence. That's Briggs's favorite thing.
but it's all set in like Scotland, and there's like
Fuck, even
liked
better.
it for, like the pacing of it's really
Scotland.
good, but it just yeah. I also went to Samurai Jack. I love Samurai. Like Samurai Jack was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
But
do.
BoJack
we know,
Horseman, though.
But
we
Rick
know
and Morty
some
was really good.
Scottish people, like our boy Raz, and
Yeah.
they say that Scotland is like that literally to this day, just death and suffering,
True.
violence.
No,
But on the bright
I mean-
side, Scotch is good.
Scotch is pretty good, but
that's
it's
why
no
the
bourbon.
Scotch is good because it's made of sadness.
Yeah, it's made of their tears.
Oh my god.
Scottish
Scotland.
people tears.
But yeah, no, BoJack is. I feel like BoJack is like one of the few shows that I've seen that has had like has been very satisfying to see end.
I think BoJack is one of the few shows that I would call a masterpiece.
I couldn't get
except
into
for
it.
the first like 6 episodes.
That's the problem. I watched
Ha-
the first like 3.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it either.
It's so good. It's so
It's yeah, it's difficult though because it's the kind of thing where it's like you try and talk people into watching it, and they'll be like they watch the first like 3 or 4 episodes, maybe first 6, and it's that's not what it ends up being long term.
Nope.
And there's some really really good episodes that very much changed like it's one of those shows that definitely like helped me like mature and like change my perspective on things and like help me through like process things. So it's really good. I cried a lot watching it, so it's good.
good. Yeah, because you have a heart. Just because Australian, it doesn't make
I have
you
several.
evil.
Allegedly.
Her heart is on the opposite side of her body.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, she's from Australia.
Are you saying Australian people's heart is in their butts, bro?
I was gonna say a different orifice, but then I withheld.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What do you,
Yeah.
what do you mean? Because not every Australian person has a other orifice.
That's true. That's true. Well-known documentary.
Well,
It
we
has
all know
been
men
fun.
don't
it's
have
just
hearts.
biology,
so.
okay? It's just biology.
You're welcome.
I mean,
Society.
there's a lot of impreg fanfic. I'm sure that like, life finds a way, man. Okay. I'm trying to think. God, Rick
Try
and Morty.
harder.
I like the
Try
first
harder.
3 seasons, but try harder to what?
Think.
No, Rick and
No,
she was
I
about to
think-
talk about Rick and Morty. Please, we need
Rick
this.
and Morty. Anyway, you were saying about Rick and Morty?
I was gonna say I really like the first 3 seasons, and then now, like, I feel like with each season it gets more hit and miss with some episodes. Like, some episodes are really, really good, and then some episodes it's like I wouldn't rewatch it if I was watching the series again. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, I think eventually every show gets to that point. I would say,
Yeah.
South Park too. South Park has some amazing episodes and some that are like,
Rick,
Yeah, that
Rick and
was
Morty's
me
a
with-
masterpiece. I'll rewatch it all.
Rick and Morty's masterpiece. I'll rewatch it all with Briggs.
Can we? I miss you, bro.
oh my god.
I miss you too, bro.
But one thing I was gonna say about Squid Game, I realized that the other day, but there isn't really a romance angle to it at all, which is rare. Usually shows try to
Hype.
cram in some romance,
Hype.
but Squid Game is just
There is,
all.
like-
There's
Game.
romance.
There's like one
yeah,
little.
there's always
But
romance.
there's like one little taste of it, but it's not like it. But it's like a very perverted, like, not good one.
Yeah, it's not real romance. It's
Well, that's
just
not
Yeah.
romance. That's just,
survival in certain ways.
it's just worse kaiji, bro. I'm telling you, watch kaiji. It's so good. It's so good. It's no Rick and Morty, but it's so good.
My brother called me yesterday. He's like, "Bro, you gotta watch Squid Game. It's basically anime."
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I guess.
Oh man,
And then
I'm waiting for like.
Sorry,
Go
what?
on.
I was just gonna say. And then I watched the first like 2 minutes, and they're just like explaining the game, and my like.
And you were like, it is just like anime.
Yes, but my attention span's so bad. I'm like, I can't do this today. I have no attention span anymore. Like literally, like 2 minutes into an anime, I'll be like, no, can't do it. This sucks.
Yeah,
Come on.
no, I feel that. I try and give things a shot. I have a bunch of anime that I
You
need
just
to
said that
watch.
one of your major issues is that you drop things, and then you said I try to give things a shot when reprimanding Briggs.
No. I meant like as in I should try to give things a shot. Not that I do give things a shot. Like I empathize with him saying he drops off on things because like that's kind of how I am. Like I'll watch something and then it's like I just kind of lose interest while watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it can be like that. Not always, but for example, I watched the first 4 episodes of Beastars, and I thought it was fine, but it just doesn't make me want to be like, oh, yeah, I gotta crush some more Beastars episodes. And meanwhile, a lot of people are like, bro, Beastars top 20 anime of all
Yeah.
time.
Okay, Beastars is pretty good, but I just love the idea. Briggs starts a show. Wait, this show has a plot. Immediately
Dropped. I mean, to be fair, I had just finished a 30-hour stream, so like mentally I wasn't there to actually like. I'm like,
Listen,
I was.
don't stream
He's
that
like,
long.
it's like anime. I turn it on. I'm like, they've been explaining the plot for 7 minutes. Ah!
I mean, that's what anime does too. Okay?
Sometimes,
They explain
but-
superpowers for longer, dude.
I don't know, man. I couldn't do it, but I will give it a chance for sure.
I'm trying to think. The conversation just reminded me of something that Higurashi when they cried. That was something that
Okay. that was
I
pretty
watched. Yeah. I really liked it because it obviously transitioned from being the visual novel into the show. So I think that's really admirable and I'd love to
And
do something
because
like that
it's-
one day.
good. And because it's edgy.
I like the multiple timeline, like the fact that it goes through different plot eventuations. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool too. And I like that.
Yeah.
Did you see season 2?
No, I've only watched season 1, but feel free to tell me about it.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry.
season 2 explains how all of the season 1 plot lines tie together.
Okay.
Like, yes, it is a visual novel with different endings, but it tries to really tie it together into a bigger story in season 2.
Yeah, I remember like researching like the overall story with Higurashi because I really like I don't know, I like how they executed it. Like I really like the game.
Why
Like that.
experience a show if you could just research it? I say the same thing.
Well, I like it from a craft perspective, but also like because I like Doki Doki and like Higurashi, like that kind of like
I like Doki Doki a lot as well.
yeah.
Yo,
I-
Animik, you're gonna love this. So,
Oh.
basically, a lot of the things that Madame Candi is expressing that she appreciates are many aspects that Undertale possesses. Do you know why Candi did not play Undertale?
Because some obnoxious person like you soured it for her?
Chat
I don't want
ruined it for
that
her.
again.
Chat ruined it for her.
No, I just can't play. I can't win the mini games. I'm really bad. I can't get
Just
past
like
the
you,
pirates.
Animac.
Well,
Just like you.
I'm not even gonna get into this. Like I tried playing with Nux commentating over it, and he just kept like, "No, you're doing this wrong." No, you're doing... like he wouldn't let me even learn the game. And then the people were like, "Don't kill anyone because."
Animac,
then
you lost to Frogget. You lost to Frogget. It's like losing to Ratata.
Wait, what did I lose to? Didn't I lose to a dog?
Okay, but that dog, to be fair, has claimed many a life. I don't think anyone's ever lost to
Nux,
Frogget.
you have to
before.
learn.
Hey,
the
you were
game
roasting
first.
me
I
when
was
I killed
learning
the
the
dog.
game.
That's true.
Yeah.
'Cause it was fun.
Anyway,
People-
Undertale fans are terrible, and Nux is like a primary example.
Yeah, it's true.
Undertale fans are very
Deltarune
passionate about the
Chapter
game being
2
played.
Deltarune Chapter 2, though, came out, and oh my lord, is it good.
Nux
like-
is trying to bully me into playing it.
It is so good. It's a great stream game, and you guys are streamers. Instead of playing Apex for the 40th day in a row, play Undertale.
But Apex.
Oh, I should play Apex.
Yo,
Oh, let's do
let's play Apex together.
Okay, you
Alright.
should play Apex with Briggs. That would be great.
Yeah. So
Let's
how
do it.
how did this work out for you in Undertale, Nux?
What do you mean?
They're both gonna end up playing Apex together, and no one's gonna play Undertale.
They're all gonna play Undertale.
I
Eventually.
sorry, my alarm.
all
my
roads
alarm
lead
went
back
off,
to
I'm sorry.
Undertale.
The thing is, sorry, my alarm is going off in the background. I've pivoted in a weird way. Hello. No, I like the concept of Undertale. I like the story. I think it's really cool. I am a bad gamer. I'm bad at games. I cannot win them. I got stuck in Cuphead on the dragon section, and then I gave up. And I'll admit that.
This is Jose.
It's
This
just
is
my
all
upside.
that.
It's my upside down nature, and being Australian. I'm gonna blame that.
Yeah,
Oh, can
I could see
so
that. I
one
can see that.
in the latest Undertale game, which was actually really good, Deltarune 2, which was actually really good. Queen, who's like one of the main antagonists of the second chapter, says to betrays a different character, and the other character's like, "I thought I could trust you. You said you were a gamer," and Queen says, "Lied. Only."
I love when Nux cuts out at those moments. It
I
actually,
know
That was
my
a very
God.
good cutout.
he cares so much, and he's talking about something no one else cares about but him, and then he just cuts out, and we're just like, chef's kiss.
This is
Can you try
literally-
saying it again? Try saying it again for the viewers.
You'll just
Actually,
follow
they
up.
don't want to get spoiled. Never mind.
It's not a spoiler.
I mean,
Bro.
technically, everything's a spoiler. Someone will get mad at the littlest thing.
And when everything's a spoiler, nothing is. Cue the syndrome face.
Yeah,
Felt it coming.
did you know that Deltarune is
Yeah.
an anagram of Undertale?
Yes.
Did you know that
Spoiler
Deltarune
alert.
came out? Spoilers.
Yeah, Deltarune.
Shut up,
is-
Briggs. Don't ruin the experience like that, okay?
One of those like 5 facts you wouldn't know about, like whatever, and it's just something really obvious. Like
Yeah.
Facts you wouldn't know about
Lisa and
Undertale.
Bart
Fact
are
number
siblings.
The tail is under.
True, true.
There's actually no under in the tails to this
Yo,
game.
in Australia, they just call it tail.
In Australia, it's actually overtail.
It would be overhead.
It's actually a good one.
Yeah, nice.
Thank you. I try to have like 2 a stream that are.
No, you
actually
usually get like 1 a month. That was good. That was
good.
good.
All right. Well, yeah.
I'm very happy that I was here for that, and I was the subject of it
Yeah.
indirectly.
No, you deserve all the credit, to be fair. Anime doesn't really deserve any.
Well, Candi, I think we all vibe with you really well, so that's cool. It was
You know,
a pleasure
people
having you
vibe
as
well when they tell each other, "I vibe well with you." That's one of the known facts to tell
it's
if
true.
you are in fact vibing. It's if you tell them you're vibing.
I mean, we've talked about nothing for 48 minutes, and it's been pretty fun, so.
Yeah, exactly. Because like usually we would probably be like, watch more anime, Candi, but you know it's just been a chill conversation.
I'm just telling myself that I need to watch more anime. It's kind of
Anyway,
me bullying myself preemptively.
Queen, I will say in a lower pitch so that Discord could pick it up, because Discord hates friendship clearly. Queen betrays someone, and that someone says to Queen, "But Queen, how could you betray me? I thought you were a gamer." And Queen says, "I lied. I only play mobile games."
God
Which
damn
is
it.
the greatest twist of all time.
And then
I mean,
that's
I
when
feel
they
like-
announced that Deltarune is now on mobile.
Well, it's on Switch.
I mean,
That would be
listen,
hilarious. Actually.
They probably should. Honestly, they should. That game has the graphics of like a fucking 1998 I don't even know what I'm saying right now.
Not even, bro. In
By
1998, they
the
had
way,
like 1064.
1997
That's
is actually a very prominent year in Deltarune Chapter 2. But I won't tell you
It's
why.
also a prominent year.
Because we don't. Oh my god, Nux.
No.
Nux trying to bait us into a conversation about Deltarune facts. Like, just be
Be
like,
fair,
I'm not
that-
gonna tell you why. I'm not gonna tell you. Naughty, naughty.
Man,
Like,
Nux, you seem really off today. It's probably because you got stomped in Yu-Gi-Oh.
All right, Briggs, you needed to come up with a loophole for this one, okay, dude?
I don't
I
care.
didn't watch that.
You seem a little traumatized. Like, man, you seem out of it.
Yeah, you know, I have to, you know, force myself to lose every once in a while to keep people invested in the series. You know, it's kind of
okay.
rough to have a win streak of like 24-4. You
Well,
know?
I mean, if it's easy to win when you cheat and then have to get punished by using.
That is true.
No.
This
I
was
did
his
take a
punishment
bad
week.
L this week.
No way. He pulled a dream.
You pulled the dream,
pulled the
bro.
dream.
You pulled the
I
dream.
speed ran, but I forgot that I had a plug-in. It was so sad.
Yeah.
It was literally so sad.
Yeah, and it was obviously your brother set up the plugin or something. He wasn't.
Yeah,
using
dude,
it.
I had no idea. Like
actual space rocket scientists confirmed that
Yeah.
you didn't cheat.
yeah,
on
I'm
purpose.
thinking of hiring a Harvard
a
physicist,
psychologist?
a Harvard physicist to prove that 17 plus 3 is in fact less than 20. I'm trying to get. I'll get back to you on that one.
Well, if you look at the art style, even though it is old, it looks new.
Good one, Briggs.
Thank
When
you.
I was in high
Gone to
school,
Harvard, maybe.
when I was in high school, I played a game of there was a guy in my school and he would like play Yu-Gi-Oh in the library, and he would just like play whoever, and I was like, oh, I'll go play Yu-Gi-Oh. I like Yu-Gi-Oh. And he had like printed Exodia, and his deck was just printed cards of Exodia that he would just play on first turn. No, so he would just and like they were like yeah. And so he would just be like, "Oh, I summoned Exodia. You dead?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, and that was
Bro.
his move.
That guy sounds like quite a character. Like, there's a whole lore in the school. It's like, yo, don't play that guy. That guy in the library by himself with like a huge book of,
Dude,
of cards.
he
He's
just
a crazy man. You can't
just-
play him.
He just sits at the back of the library by himself, and the second someone wants to play with him, he just pulls up printed cards out of his pocket. Turn 1.
Yes, and you know he has glasses, and he like adjusts them when
Oh,
someone
yeah.
talks to him, and there's a flash of light as the glasses adjust.
That was very much his energy.
Yes.
I later saw him after I graduated at like a liquor store because he was working there, and I was buying alcohol to go to a party, and he's like, "Oh, are you going to a party? Can I come?" I was like,
No. You know what he probably told you,
"You
next?
killed
He was
me in a
probably like,
Yu-Gi-Oh."
But Candi, we're vibing.
Remember that one time I destroyed you with Exodia? I bet you remember that.
So then you
No,
got to the party, and he was there, sitting in the corner, just waiting to challenge anyone to a duel.
Yo,
Oh my God.
It's like, bro, it's that guy who just wants to play people at Yu-Gi-Oh all the time.
Honest, well, he's probably still doing that, to be honest.
That's so
One of my exes would do that. They'd have like Magic the Gathering tournaments, like in our friend group, and he would just bring printed cards, and no one else would, and no one wanted him to do it. But he would just print out a deck, and he'd have like all of the most broken cards that are like outlawed. And he'd be like, "Well, I have it." They're like, "Yeah, but it's a piece of paper. It's a piece of A4 paper." What do you?
Yeah, like how can you even trust someone who would do that? Like I'm not a
Honestly,
committed
this
card
guy,
player.
I don't want to like point fingers or anything, but it sounds like the kind of guy that would play mobile games.
Like I'm not a big card player, but I feel like that would be like super anathema to any card player for someone to print out cards. Like imagine playing poker at a casino, you just got your own printouts. Like got 4 aces,
Yeah.
guys.
Because
I
like
see. What's the
especially
problem?
because like some of the decks are like it's like thousands of dollars for like one of the cards, and
I
like
know,
everyone
right?
else paid for their decks, and like he just pops out like a stack of papers, like, "Oh yeah, let me just cut
Yo,
those out
Riggs,
real quick."
Next week, I'm gonna bring the Ace of Spades, and you're going to fear me.
So Candi, basically that night he became your ex, right? That's what happened.
He took me to a Magic the Gathering tournament, and they were giving out free booster packs. And so he brought me so that he could get my booster packs, and then we had to answer trivia questions. We had to answer trivia
Use
questions,
for the booster packs.
and I won like 3 packs, and they would always throw the pack at me and hit me in the face, and he'd just take it off me. What a gentleman.
I can't believe he used you for his
He's-
Magic the Gathering addiction.
Yep.
Oh.
All right,
Yep.
Candi, did he have a fedora?
No. Well, I'm not dating him. He might want to have one now.
No,
Yeah, I
That's
pretend
funny.
with a beard and fedora.
not that wearing a fedora is a bad thing or anything,
He
but
he did like scotch though, so I mean that brings that full circle.
there
Look,
we
he's
go. You
too
see-
cheap to buy cards, but he drinks scotch.
Yes.
To be fair,
Yeah, to be
Animax, some of
fair,
these
there's
pre-built
some
decks
really
are
cheap
like
cards.
$10,000 to build a deck. Like,
That's true.
Yeah, but
but
scotch
if
is
all your
beer.
friends are not playing with printed
Dude, you
cards,
can
you don't
buy
play
a
with printed
decent-
cards.
You could buy a good scotch for under $100,
Yeah.
which is literally cheaper than most like usable decks. So.
But it's so much easier just to print cards and then have whatever you want.
Yeah, maybe.
The
he
point
just
is, we could
figured
make
it
an
out.
anime. We can
Maybe
also make
we're
an
the
anime.
fools. Maybe he's the one that actually knows what's up.
Listen, maybe we could. I think we could make an anime with just the characters that Candi has introduced to us from her real life, like the Yu-Gi-Oh guy, her ex, Magic the
maybe,
Gathering guy.
yeah.
Like, I feel like these are entertaining life
Was-
characters, man.
Was your
Oh.
ex a Discord mod?
No. But our first date, he took me to a pub and to do a poker tournament, and then I won that, and he took the beer that I won. So I feel like I
That-
did
yeah,
date him
that-
for
I
5
don't
years.
That was a hint. That was a hint right there.
When I found him, because we didn't play together. We
You
got
did.
put on
You
separate.
found him.
So what happened was we went to the pub and they got split up into teams, and because my dad taught me to play poker, like I was pretty okay at it, and I can card shark. I'd be like, oh, what's this? Like, oh, it looks like, look, it's 10 through ace. Oh, is that a win? But he got really drunk on like the other side of the pub, so I had to go find him, and he was like shirtless on the ground, and I was like, wow.
I love
so
that.
weird.
I love that was the first date.
So that was the
Things-
first date.
Yeah, that was our
Things
first date.
continued from there. Things only got better.
I can't believe
Honestly.
that. I can't believe there was a second date. That's amazing.
I dated him for 5
Boys,
years.
boys,
Why, dude? What made you,
You
want
have
to
a
have a second date
chance.
after that?
you have a chance, boys. Anything's possible. I'm not saying with you, but I'm saying
I don't
anything's
really, I
possible.
honestly couldn't tell you. He was just like
Okay,
the
Candy,
first
you
guy to
better
like
not
me
be
back.
spoiling the future video idea I have.
No,
planned,
no,
so.
because
Okay,
that's
good,
like,
good.
no.
Good,
Yep, all right.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
that's amazing. Because you would think after that,
You would
you
think
know,
I'd have
I never want to
standards, but
talk to you again. But
No. No, I had no standards.
nice.
I was like, he talked to me, and sometimes he would send me messages. I was like, wow, is this what love is? Wow.
Okay, Animac literally said, "I think we're vibing now." Okay, let's.
Oh my god, you guys are pretty much married.
yeah,
You guys are vibing.
Oh my god.
17.8% of all boys have a chance. I've done the calculations 4 times.
Wait.
And the
my
results
God.
are empirical.
Empirical.
Let's go.
One of his, we went on, wait. I just remembered something else. I don't know. I went on.
You don't have to.
It was no, it's just funny. Like, I mean, it's funny to me, but it might sound. We went out to dinner one time, and I was like dressed up, and he's like, his best friend was like, to me, he's like, you look like a hooker, and I'm like, and he
What?
didn't say it. And my boyfriend was like, oh, I mean, like that's his opinion, like, I was like, okay.
He definitely
fuck.
wears a fedora.
I picture his friend as like a guy from the outback, and he just sees a woman in a dress
Yeah.
with like lipstick. He's like, "What is this?"
Yeah, I think.
Look,
he had a
it
crush
is blood on the
I think, I
face.
think,
You're
I think he had
crying,
unresolved.
boy.
I think he had a crush on my boyfriend that he like was never resolved because of toxic
Ah.
masculinity. So I think he was just jealous.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wow, man. This
Dude,
is so
this guy's got
God,
game.
this is such
This
an
guy's got
interesting
game. Men
life.
and women from everywhere just fucking want him, and he just passes out on the first day, and it still works. Oh my god.
Bro, like if someone is a writer, they just listen to like the characters
This
you
is
tell us
gold.
about from your life, and they're like, "Yo, this is gold. This is fucking gold."
that's just one of the many dumb experiences I've had.
You better do like
Oh.
story times on your stream because this is so fun.
Oh, I do. Oh man, I've told many. It is funny though, because sometimes I'll tell a story and everyone's like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's fine." It's funny now because it was like when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know. It's just like it's so dumb in like retrospect because like when I say it now, I'm like, "Wow, I was really goddamn stupid. Like I really shouldn't have like stuck around." But you know, like I don't know. I don't know. He was He was nice.
We've all
But-
been there, I think. We've all. Been
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Nux. I've kept my best story for the thing that you.
Alright, no, there was spoilers.
Oh
I don't
wow!
care. I don't care if you
Classic
spoil. I don't
Undertale
care if
fan.
you spoil anime. I don't care if you spoil video games. But don't spoil my goddamn videos.
I did. Listen. You didn't have to. Now you're making it worse. You're spoiling your own.
I just want them to get excited. Okay.
Okay. Chat, get excited.
There. That's what you want to hear. Well done.
You're welcome.
Nux is just mad that he's not vibing with you, like Briggs and I are.
It's true.
That's true.
We should start a
Very
podcast. Us three.
Yo,
Yeah,
that would be
I'm down.
crazy.
What would we what will we have Nux on as a guest, or like is that weird?
Yo, you should call it the White Van, and then Briggs and Animec will invite guests by saying we have Candi in here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hi.
I like
Actually,
it.
Well, you and Animac are on fire today.
I do call my community the Candy Van sometimes.
Ooh,
Okay,
nice.
it's not weird at all. I
Yeah,
think.
definitely them telling like their parents or whatever. It's like, what are you doing? I'm just getting the candy van with a stranger from Australia.
Yeah. It could be an old man with a voice changer. Who could say?
I always assume that anyone could be an old man with a voice changer, and that that makes my life easier.
Animec thinks I'm old, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I don't trust Nux.
Yeah,
We
well,
literally
Nux
share
is...
a bank account, dude.
We do. That is.
Hey,
That said, you don't know what's going on with
I
that
was gonna
account.
say,
so-
Hey,
you
shut
still
up,
can't
Briggs,
even
Evan.
ask.
Briggs, send me my money, damn it.
But I shouldn't
you don't
even
even
have
have
to.
access to that
You don't
account.
even have access to our account. But I will.
Briggs, send me my money.
How do I do it? I don't know how.
I can send you all my stuff.
Okay.
And you just send it.
Okay.
It'll be good.
Can I have some money? I don't know where it's coming from, but I'll take some money.
It's
coming
the
from
Rank Cafe
Spotify.
account. Like we have a Rank Cafe joint account because we had to set it up because we had a Spotify promo deal for a year, and then they only will pay it out to a joint account, not to individuals.
Oh,
also
like they
they-
wouldn't split it? Right.
Yeah.
And also,
yeah.
they paid surprisingly handsomely. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That's
Spotify,
cool.
come back to us, please. I miss you.
I mean, to be fair, I think Spotify kind of got cucked by the Joe Rogan deal, so they kind of wanted to shut down the entire branch. I spoke to somebody that knows like more inner workings.
Yeah, it was just
They're
a
very
1 year.
upset with the Joe Rogan thing, which is why they're kind of destroying their entire program.
Rip.
Well, it was just a 1 year program anyway.
Yep.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Was it just to incentivize people to go onto podcasts on Spotify to use like Spotify for podcasts?
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
they wanted to see if they were able to build up like an actual audience on Spotify for podcasts, and unfortunately, Joe Rogan, his podcast kind of fell off after they spent $100 million on it.
Did it? What? I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So he's not-
100
he's not
million
the
is kind of crazy for a single year. They could have literally
No, it's
played.
not for a single year.
No, that wasn't for a year. That was a bigger.
Yeah, the full whole deal. But what do you mean? So he's not the #1 podcast in the world anymore? I haven't been following really.
I don't know. I haven't really been following either.
I mean, how do you go up from one? Like you're only gonna go down, you know?
Yeah.
yeah, but also apparently, like he doesn't have to worry about like getting views because he has this crazy cushy deal. So he's been like getting guests that he's interested in speaking to that no one else on the planet's interested in listening to.
Oh yeah, that's
a
true.
a lot of people are really frustrated with the decrease in quality of the podcast ever since he made I don't know, Ninja Mixer money.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
see,
fair.
I've seen some episodes of the Joe Rogan podcast, but I'm not like a regular watcher, so or listener, I guess. So I haven't really been keeping up to date.
I mean, I
But
only listen
that
to
makes
the Joe
sense though,
Rogan
Nux, because
episodes.
the whole thing with his deal was he got a lot of money. They're not telling him who he can host. He can still do his own thing, and he doesn't need to worry about other sponsors and stuff because it's all through Spotify. So
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame
Not at
him
all.
either. It's just a bad business.
Nux just
model.
wants.
I think
Nux just wants the deal again, and he said
Yeah.
that Spotify got burned.
Low-key, Spotify should have taken that $100 million, paid a bunch of like just YouTubers and content creators and podcasters like $1 million each, get 100 creators that are like big, and like I think it would have been more.
I mean, I completely agree with you.
You can
I
pay-
think
you can pay
Mixer
so
made
much-
the exact same mistake.
Yeah, like why not?
Yeah.
Not even $1 million. You could probably get a bunch for a couple 100,000. Get like 500 creators to just abandon every other platform. Bring
I
over
mean-
their audience.
I'll take $1 million though, Briggs.
Yeah.
I'd
They
like
could
$1
have
million.
also. They could have also just had like I would say scholarship, but that's not quite the word. Like you could apply, like you could pitch your podcast, give example episodes, and then
but they
ask for
really-
a budget.
They don't want to get people from the
But that's
ground
what-
up because they want people with
Well-
actual audiences because no one's gonna come to Spotify for a podcast they never heard of before. They want to
Yeah,
drag people from other pre-existing platforms to Spotify.
yeah, but that would be part of the application, like being a partner applicant. Like you would give examples of your work already existing and then ask for the money, as opposed to just all of like you'd be like, oh, I have a show, like yeah.
But they're
I
not.
think-
The point is,
I'm not
they
saying
weren't
random
paying for
people.
quality.
I'm not,
They were paying for the viewers. They don't
Yeah.
care if your podcast is good.
yeah, but still, like I don't know, but like
If you have an
but-
audience, that's all that matters, right?
yeah. But
Like,
I
mix
just think
it.
in comparison to the Joe Rogan thing, I feel like anything else would have been a better idea. But I think I don't know. I'm not saying like everyone from the ground up. I'm just saying like they could have had creators apply with ideas.
Yeah.
To be honest, I have no idea how Spotify actually judges success.
Promotes.
Like, how I don't know how they, to them, how many people would need to get Spotify for them to be like, oh, this Joe Rogan thing was a success. Because I don't think they're very open about their actual income and how they make it.
Like
who
100
knows?
million. Like trying to get a return on investment for that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's
True.
a big one. I think they were
Um,
hoping for a mass exodus from YouTube. That's really what they were hoping for.
I mean, but they
Well-
do have a lot of ads, and then they also have the paid subscriptions, right? So like it's basically it'd be comparable, I think, to the systems that YouTube has, like the CPM, the impressions, like people looking at their thumbnails, like that. I think there'd be some kind of comparable system.
Did
on
they
back
make the
end
Joe
for that.
Rogan podcast ad free and then just like
Is it?
I don't know, because that's what they did with us, which was kind of like I just didn't understand that. It's like why make it
Yeah, I
ad?
did not know why they
Why
did
make
that.
it ad free? Because if there's no ads, it doesn't force people or not force people, make people want to buy premium. So you're not getting paid for the ad and you're not getting paid for premium. How are you gonna get a return on investment? Chat, does
Yep.
anyone know if Joe Rogan was ad free? I think it was.
No clue. Why are we talking about Joe Rogan?
Briggs,
I think
we
it's
had we had someone donate a bunch of subs. Can you pronounce their name? Because I don't know how to.
Something Mystigan.
Guru
I don't see the sub.
Mistogan. Guru
Something
Mistogan.
Mystigan. Character from Fairy Tale. Absolute legend.
Guru Mistogan. Thank you for the 10 tier 1 subs. Appreciate you. And Fairy Tale.
It's
This is
actually
alright.
Guru My Stogan.
Mystigan! My Stogan! Alright, dude. Sound like Shrek.
How dare you make fun of Scottish people again? They've been through enough on this podcast.
That's true. And the various gods of all the pantheons.
True. True.
Yeah.
Really taking
Well-
shots at a lot of people.
I mean, it's the rank.
My favorite
campaign.
Scottish god is Confucius, actually.
True. I mean, I'm a bigger fan personally of Poe the Panda. I think he's dope. A lot of people don't understand his greatness.
Well, actually, he has another acting gig in Jujutsu Kaisen now.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude.
He's gotten old, though, man. He looks old.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, technically, Poe the Panda. Technically, Poe the Panda is now Bowser.
I know, right? Isn't that cool? That is so cool. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, I like Jack Black no matter what he does, so I
Yeah,
can't
Jack
even,
Black's
like,
awesome.
I can't even hate.
Oh man, are we gonna? Okay, I feel like that's a whole podcast in itself. Is talking about the freaking Mario movie.
Oh,
I feel like
I don't have any
good. I
strong
feel like-
feelings about it, to be honest.
I think the
Yeah.
Bowser specifically, Jack Black Bowser, I think that's gonna be good, and I'm gonna enjoy that. Everything else up in the air, couldn't tell you.
Jack Black is a funny man. He is a funny man.
Is there like a trailer
he-
out? 'Cause I haven't seen anything about it other than the tweets.
No, they just announced it, and they gave like a very like that typical like Hollywood like black image with the names and like the names of the actors involved and like a little one up like the gold block. So it's like not
As they
much.
say in Quebec, Grange. No offense to anyone from Quebec that might be listening. You guys are okay.
I
No,
think
you're
that
not.
like that went through my ears but didn't process as words or sounds. Like it happened, but like I don't. What was that? What did
I
you
feel
say?
like that was 90% of our conversation last night, to be fair.
He said cringe, but in like a French accent.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the joke is that French Canadian words very often just take regular English words and pronounce them in a French Canadian accent. That was the comedy part.
Okay, thank you for explaining the joke.
Of
Sorry.
course, all jokes
I'm not.
are
I'm
better
not.
when it's done.
Surprisingly, I'm not as like in tune with the Quebec
That's weird for
Drama.
an Australian.
It's okay, Candy. You don't have to vibe as well as with Nux as you do with me and Brig. See, I don't recall having to explain a joke to Candy, but that's just me. So.
I mean, that is pretty vibe, just to like
That
not
is
have
true.
to
That
explain
is
a joke.
good vibes there.
I do think it's because Nux and I compete in trying to sound smart. I think that's our mistake.
True. Man,
Yeah,
you
Nux
should-
definitely tries.
True. Fringe.
Anything else we need to cover in this podcast before we call it a day?
No,
so
I
far,
think we're
so
good.
far it's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
It has.
My face first.
I think that it's a good place to wrap it up.
Cool.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
It
Thank
was
you
a
for
pleasure.
coming.
Thank you
Yo,
for having
everyone,
yeah.
check out AI Candy or Eye Candy,
me. Okay.
whichever pronunciation you prefer. Is your main platform Twitch?
Yeah, I mainly just stream on Twitch.
Squid
Okay, so
Game.
check her out on Twitch. What's your handle?
AI Candy.
All one word.
That's it. Yes, AI Candy.
Awesome.
That's me. On most
AI
platforms
Candy.
except Instagram. where it's an
Especially because
underscore.
Twitch, everything on Twitch is only one platform, only one word. Anime.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not a Twitch gamer.
If you just look up AI Candy, I'm like the only result.
Anime plays Angry Birds.
I'm a mobile gamer. Yeah.
I only play
yes.
the handheld bass fishing game. The handheld console where you like throw it and reel it in.
Yeah, that's some retro stuff. I respect
That's
it.
my primary platform.
It's really good. Really has a lot of good online MMORPG options.
I was saying it'd be really good if they added that to MMOs for fishing games. If you could like actually use that as like a fishing controller. Anyway, that's a whole other conversation.
No,
Hell
it
yeah.
that's
Let's
a whole
talk about
podcast
mobile
episode on its own.
Mobile games will be on the Candyman podcast.
Oh my God.
That'll be exciting. I mean, looking forward to that one. Stay tuned. Check out Candy. Subscribe, like, and stuff. Follow us everywhere. Toodaloo. Stay weird, fam.
And see ya, Space Cowboys!
Bang!
Bye.